What's good, Vision gang? You already know what it is. This is your boy DaVizion, and I'm back again with another MMA reaction. UFC 299 right around the corner, y'all. It's this Saturday, just a few days away, and we're continuing reacting to the fighters on that card. Today's fighter is Benoit Saint Denis. I think that's how you say it. This guy, from what I've heard about him, I don't know much, don't know anything about his fighting style, but I have been on social media just browsing, just learning more and more about UFC. I do see a lot of fans are saying that Benoit is being fed Dustin Poirier. Like UFC and Dana White are going to make an example of Dustin Poirier to help Benoit's career kind of put him in that main event picture, and this fight is going to do it. And I don't think that Dana would put a guy like Benoit against someone like Poirier in a big event like UFC 299 unless that was true. So I'm really interested to find out who's going to win this fight. I haven't seen anything about Benoit. So today's video, I'm actually going to be reacting to 3 different Benoit Saint Denis videos. I could not find one really good video, so we're going to do 3, you guys, and I want you guys to let me know what you guys think of these 3. We're going to call this a triple header or whatever. The first video is by FightFlix. It's called Why the UFC Should Be Terrified of Benoit Saint Denis. The second one is Benoit Saint Denis, Everything You Need to Know. And then the last one is going to be Benoit Saint Denis Highlights 2024. The second video is actually by the Shameless Casual, and the third video is going to be by WarriorMMA. Big shout out to all 3 of the creators. I'm really excited to find out about this fighter, Benoit Saint Denis. You guys, let me know down below what you guys think about him. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you can be first to see the videos. And make sure you guys jab that like button and send this video to the moon. And let's go ahead and get this thing started, y'all.
I would love to face Dustin Poirier because
so he wants Dustin. He wants Dustin. Dustin's a killer too, though.
The UFC should be terrified of Benoit Saint Denis, and for good reason.
Okay.
A former special service agent who fought battles of life and death, to a mercenary who has mercilessly slayed every fighter that he has beaten in MMA. Benoit Saint Denis has established himself
as a real life badass,
dangerous contender in the UFC lightweight Shark Tank, and he is now ready to unleash fire and fury on some of the division's top dogs. Dustin Poirier already tried backing out once. No one wants to fight this guy, and for good reason. Benoit Saint Denis is the most dangerous man in the UFC. Just look at what Joe Rogan has to say about this guy.
He's so good, man. And he's so good so quick. For a guy that started taking martial arts so he could be a better soldier. It is
okay, he took martial arts to be a better soldier.
Came into this world on December 18th, 1995.
He was a French soldier, I'm guessing.
A sparsely populated city that was once a vital outpost of the Roman Empire. But as much as the city's glorious past inspired the French phenom to fight for what he believed in, his genetics played a major role in his adrenaline-fueled adventures.
So what about his genetics? What's special about that? The
eldest son of a skilled judo practitioner in the French army, Saint Denis started training in judo at only 8 years old, earning a black belt at the age of 16. He even dabbled into rugby and football before walking into the footsteps of his old man and joining the army, where he served in the 1st Marine Infantry Paratroopers Regiment in the French Army Special Forces Command. The Call of Duty saw Saint Denis battle terrorist groups across West Africa, including the notorious Boko Haram, and for his dedication and bravery, he was honored with the Medal of the Nation's Gratitude in the Combatant's Cross in September 2017.
So he's a true warrior out there,
dropped his guns and picked up gloves to fight a different fight. A former soldier against bottom-tier MMA opposition was always a bad idea, but Saint Denis had to start at some point, and he made a successful start to his MMA career by cracking his opponent with his fiery fists before locking in a guillotine to put him to sleep. Saint Denis was so highly rated in his early days in MMA that he earned a stare-down fighting championship welterweight title shot in only his 2nd fight. Despite his opponent being almost twice as big as him, Saint Denis fought fire with fire in a gritty ground battle that saw both men turning the tables on each other several times. Ultimately, Saint Denis won the fight by a decision. A few months later, Saint Denis fought an extremely dangerous adversary in the form of Ibrahim Basarov, an 8-1 fighter with 4 submission finishes.
I think I've heard of this guy, that Ibrahim.
The fight was an absolute war. Saint Denis opened the fight with fiery rights, crunching.
You guys, let me know down below. Ibrahim, is he in the UFC now? I feel like I've seen that name somewhere, and someone refresh me if you guys know where I saw that name. Let me know. But that it just seems like I've reacted to this guy somewhere.
Lefts and mean body and low kicks before going for a takedown late in the first minute. The fistfight was followed by a series of scrambles that saw both men transitioning from dominant to dangerous positions. Late in round 3, Saint Denis latched onto Basarov's back, but the latter slipped out of it and ended up in the God of War's guard, where an armbar forced an immediate tap. Following his win in France, Saint Denis spread his reign of terror to Slovenia, where he dominated Ivica Trušček on the mat and submitted him with the gruesome armbar. Next up was a trip to Stockholm, Sweden, where the French MMA star dominated the grappling proceedings for a round and a half before melting Mario Said with a vicious left uppercut.
Yeah, that uppercut
in Bahrain,
sent him down
took
slow-mo.
out Luan Santiago with an arm triangle choke. And in Italy, the God of War used the same move to send Arkaitz Ramos Gudari packing. Following his world domination, Benoit Saint Denis signed with the UFC, facing the prospect killer Eliseu Zaleski dos Santos on short notice. It was a far from ideal start from the Frenchman since he got battered by a vastly experienced campaigner. There were a ton of moments where the fight could and should have been stopped, but the referee let it linger on.
So the referee's really the one.
Unnecessary punishment. Since his early hiccups, Saint Denis has been on a tear. In his second UFC fight, Saint Denis faced Nicolas Stolze and decimated him on the mat, threatening with submissions throughout before finally locking in a rear.
So he likes to do submissions. He's more of a submissionist than he is a
few months
striker.
Later, Saint Denis blew the roof off with his
I do think he can strike too, though.
When he faced Gabriel Miranda.
But for the most part, he's been destroying people with his submissions.
Opponent and throwing bombs.
Look,
in
he's getting him right down.
He cracked Miranda with the spinning back fist and followed through with a takedown, adding ground and pound as a cherry on top. Once the two returned to their feet, Saint Denis dropped Miranda with an earth-shattering right hand, but the Brazilian somehow managed to survive the ground and pound that followed. 16 seconds into round 2, Saint Denis dropped Miranda with a vicious right hand and sent him to the shadow realm on the follow-up. Next up, it was the highly touted Ismael Bonfim to taste the legendary French power. When Saint Denis managed to bring Bonfim to the ground, he wasted no time maneuvering to his back and smoothly locking in a face crank. Despite Bonfim's efforts to resist, the grip was just too tight to escape and ultimately led to a tap.
Tapped him,
Saint Denis' dominant run against Brazilians continued in his next fight at UFC Paris, where he faced Thiago Moises. The fight got off to an awkward start with a couple of low blows, but once they found their rhythm, fists were flying.
Bang, bang.
In between the haymakers, the lightweights showcased their ground skills, with Saint Denis going for takedowns and Moises countering with submissions from his back. Round 2 followed a similar script, with both fighters incorporating wrestling and powerful strikes, keeping their action up close and intense. Drawing energy from the enthusiastic French crowd, Saint Denis managed to muscle Moises to the ground against the fence and unleashed a barrage of hard punches. Saint Denis battled a tough cookie in the shape of Matt Frivola, who over. With that, Benoit Saint Denis secured 5 finishes in a row, and he now sits at the number 11 spot in UFC lightweight rankings.
Yeah, I think that obviously got cut out, and he beat that guy, I think. So let me know down below if you guys know what happened with that tough cookie that we didn't see anything of. Somebody let me know what happened there.
Only 28 years old, Benoit Saint Denis has established himself as one of the best 155-pound fighters in the world, and his statistics speak volumes of his well-rounded skill set. The French star averages nearly 6 significant strikes per minute,
Nice.
5 takedowns per 15 minutes, and nearly 2 submissions per 15 minutes on average. However, Saint Denis is very hittable as well, and he absorbs over 4 significant strikes per minute on average.
So the right person with enough strength might
Islam
clock him.
Because
he might clock his ass out.
Saint Denis loves to push the pace and trade leather like a man possessed, and he's extremely strong on the feet and on the mat, making him a very dangerous opponent for most UFC lightweights. He can trade bombs with them as well as take them down and smash them into the abyss. More so, he is exceptionally durable and has a chin that not many can crack. The next time Saint Denis enters the cage, he will be up against one of the greatest lightweights of all time in the form of Dustin Poirier, who is one of the division's elite boxers with a world-class grappling skill set. Can Benoit Saint Denis crush the diamond with his relentless pace, pressure, and aggression?
You know,
or will Dustin be able to keep that distance?
Chance.
What's Justin got to say?
And I'm not sure how big of a factor, but I think it is a factor. So I absolutely believe that he could, if, you know, he's not unlucky.
What do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right, y'all. So on to the next video, y'all. Benoit Saint Denis, everything you need to know in 3 minutes. Some more information we didn't get from the last one.
Also known as the God of War. He's an up-and-coming
God of
prospect
War,
in the
we knew
lightweight
that.
division, and he's a dark horse.
Okay.
No, that's not what I mean. He's got 13 wins and 1 loss so far in his career. In only 6 fights in the UFC, he finds himself ranked 12th, although that is sure to change very soon. Of his 6 UFC fights, half of them are either fight of the night or performance of the night. He's never lost at 155, his only loss being his UFC debut, which was at welterweight, which is not his natural weight class, and was also a late notice matchup. Since he's gone back to lightweight, where he's much better suited, is a problem. Before his MMA career, Benoit
So did he lose that match, that first match?
And his patriotism and military
I thought he won that
background
match.
are very much a part of
Tweaking.
who he is. If you've seen him fight, one thing is clear. He's going to be a mainstay at the very top of the lightweight division in no time. He's a southpaw, a power puncher, and he loves a brawl. A great mix of respectful on the mic and violent in the cage. On top of all that, his name's enjoyable to say. Benoit Saint Denis. He takes fighting very seriously. As seriously as he takes his country and its history. Here he is acting honourably and with class when being booed by an American UFC crowd.
You can boo me as much as you want. I love you, New York. Thank you, America, to save us 45 a lot of years ago after First World War and Second World War. Thank you, guys. And we did a great job with Lafayette a long time ago. Thank you, America.
And he's a well-rounded fighter with aggressive wrestling. Very difficult
coming from a French soldier. That's dope.
On a John Jones
Former French soldier,
and he loves a good
former
fight.
French soldier,
Being
I should
southpaw,
say.
This is usually to the open side of his opponent, doing a lot of damage. His biggest unknown so far is how he's going to fare against a top-level southpaw, rendering some of his techniques not as effective. He's also shown to be vulnerable to leg kicks, calf kicks in particular.
Okay, he's vulnerable to calf kicks.
In the near future when facing opponents such as Gagey. He also has been caught a few times with knees up the middle, so that will be something to watch out for if he ever faces Charles Oliveira. I think we'll all agree the lightweight top 5 needs some new blood, and Benoit Saint Denis is the man for the job. He's taking on Dustin Poirier at UFC 299. Dustin,
I can't wait to see who's going to win this fight, y'all.
Lower-ranked guys the opportunity is now going to get hit with a large portion of Saint Denis-shaped karma against possibly the most talented prospect in the division. So we will soon get some answers on how Benoit does against a high-level southpaw. Dustin versus Denis has got everything needed to be an absolute filthy banger. Dustin's got the hot sauce, but Benoit's bringing the heat.
Okay.
If you like this video,
Dustin's got the hot sauce, but Benoit is bringing the heat, y'all. Okay. On to the next one.
I would love to face Dustin Poirier because
He's such a killer.
Let's get it. Benoit Saint Denis. I'm pretty sure this is all highlights. Is that tough cookie dude? I think maybe. I didn't see any of that fight in the first video. Ooh, nice takedown, controlling him. Got him in the rear naked. Oh, is that a spinning back elbow? Took him down. Did it again. Oh man, taking him. He dancing. They dancing. Oh man, caught him. Caught him. He faked low and went high. He's tearing him up. Oh man. Okay, this is the one. Then damage shit. That's the word. Whiplash is the word I was looking for. This caused the head to snap back, gave him that whiplash, y'all. Alright, y'all. That was Benoit Saint Denis. Y'all, Benoit, it just seems like he's going to be a dope fighter in the UFC. His grappling and his submissions just seem top notch. Like he's going to be one of the best grappling guys in the UFC. Definitely a submission artist. His striking doesn't look too bad at all. So his striking looked pretty good. Like I'm not the most well-versed person, but it looked decent. Let me know down below what you guys think about his striking versus his ground game. Let me know what you guys think he's going to do against Dustin Poirier as well. I'm really excited about this. UFC 299 is going to be great, you guys. Before we go, make sure you guys, if you haven't already done so, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to be first to see the videos, and make sure you guys jab that like button. Let's send this video all the way to the moon, y'all. And as always, be safe, give it your all in whatever you're doing in life. UFC 299 coming soon. Got another big reaction tomorrow. Check it out, you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. I am your boy DaVizion, and I'm out. Peace.
Emotion always betraying his love. It's even no evidence stated his love. Can't give me no